What's popping out there, world? And welcome to another edition of TJ Sports Nation Network, presented by your boy TJ, straight out of KC. Episode one, episode one of Box and Smoke. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Episode one of Box and Smoke. We got a lot to talk about. Lot to talk about. Straight up. We got a lot to talk about. What up with it, Dre? How you doing, cuz? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yes, sir. Been a lot going on. Been a lot going on. Let's start with this Haney versus Shakur back and forth Twitter splat with Shakur doing some things he ain't known for doing. Somebody been secret somebody's been secretly recording things. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's taking shots at parents and things of that nature. It need to stick strictly boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? A great fight, a great fight. You know what I'm saying? That really it could go either way. Of course, I'm leaning towards Haney, but it would make for a very superb fight. I love it, but we need to stop getting personal with it, though, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no reason to do none of that. Keep it, keep it copacetic. Keep it simple, and make the fight. It's a fire matchup. It's a fire matchup. So why not make the fight? All the name calling this shit, make the fight. Now supposedly, Dev and them sent Shakur a contract, and Shakur said it wasn't enough money. I'm not sure if that was true or not, but that's what was said. So sit down with both sides and make this fight. It's perfect for both of them right now to get it on. The question is with Dev, does he got any more fights left in him at 135? He struggled to make that weight against Lama. So does it make sense for him to say, fuck it? Here, y'all do y'all thing. Here's these belts and move on up to 40, where it's big fights waiting on them at 40. I'll leave that up to y'all to determine, you know. But one thing you don't want to do is cheat yourself as a fighter by staying in the weight class if you're already struggling to make the weight. Why not make Shakur or Tank or Frank Martin, all these names going around for Haney all of a sudden? Why not make them come up to 140 where Dev got that advantage? I would love to see him fight any of them. I would love to see him fight any of them. I think it would be like an absolute awesome type of situation. That fight would be awesome. Period. You got that right there on that side of the street. Then you come over to this side of the street. What's Tank Davis gonna do, man? What's Tank Davis gonna do, man? What's my boy gonna do, man? He got this arm pulling him this way, saying Pitbull Cruz, rematch, rematch, rematch. But then he got this other arm pulling him this way, saying, how about a Baltimore showdown with Gary Russell Jr.? How about it? Huh? How about a showdown with Gary Russell Jr.? A fight that a few years back everybody was calling for. I remember that. Because I remember it was around the time where we thought Devin and Gary was gonna fight, and that fight never happened. Now Gary, he had a tough loss over a year ago against Mark Magasso, and it kind of surprised everybody. But Gary was also hurt that whole fight, right? He was hurt that entire fight, and he stuck in it like a warrior. Now you talking about possibly him and Tank might go at it. That's a big fight right there because that's a fight that we've been waiting on for the longest period of time. I like it. I love the idea of it. I do. I think it's a hell of a fight. I would give the edge to Tank because of the inactivity by Russell. I think skills wise, Gary Russell is a dog with it. I mean, Gary Russell pack a lot in his arsenal, man, from the footwork to the defense. And the dude got a lot of heart, man. But I just think the inactivity and the fact that that Tank has been so active from Hector Garcia to Ryan Garcia, now it's looking like he's gonna get a third fight this year against one of them two. Tank Davis is gonna go to war against one of them two, whether it's a rematch with Isaac Cruz or Gary Russell Jr. Mm, mm. Man, this is big right here, baby. I would want the Gary Russell fight simply because I feel like it's fair. Gary's been calling for that fight for a long time. Why not give him the chance? Get him out of there. Isaac Cruz, who right now on paper I believe has given Tank his toughest fight so far. I don't like that rematch. I think it's boring. It's not gonna sell. Isaac Cruz looked horrible in his last fight. So let's switch it up a little bit. Gary Russell, let's do that Baltimore, Maryland, that DC, that DMV showdown. Let's do that shit. That's the perfect fight right there that everybody wants to see. Can you imagine getting that? And Gary was just on Blue Blood Sports TV, and shout out to that brother. He was just on Blue Blood, and he said he'll take that fight right now. You know, Gary hungry. He's been training his brothers, Gary Antonio Russell and Gary Antoine Russell, stepping in, filling the void of their father, who I believe he passed away like a year or so ago from diabetes or something like that. And God rest his soul. But his sons ain't missed a beat. And I know he's looking down and he's proud. This is a hell of an opportunity right here, man. If Tank Davis decides to go that route, or whatever, I think they're trying to mandate Isaac Cruz or something. I'm not sure. I got to look into it a little bit more, but I don't like that rematch. I think it's a waste of time. It's a piece of shit. Yeah, so what? Tank did knock him out. Who gives a damn? You can be a knockout artist. It doesn't mean you're always going to get that knockout in that fight that you're looking for. It was fights Wilder, who's a true knockout artist. That's his arsenal, is that knockout. He didn't always get them. Earl didn't always get knockouts. So you got to look at shit from different perspectives. People, I think Esau fought him well enough to where he was able to prevent Tank from doing the things that he liked to do, but Tank is a different animal. I give him his credit, and I got him beating Gary Russell only because of inactivity. Now, if Gary Russell had fought twice this year, Tank fought twice this year, now they meeting up at the end of it, I would have took Gary Russell. I took Gary Russell to beat him probably by a split decision. But I know Tank, man, he got a lot built up in him. That piece of shit judge lady set him back down. He had to miss the majority of his summer being locked down, all that shit with his baby mamas and shit. So I know Tank ready to take some heads off their shoulder. I know this. I know this for a fact. But it is what it is, man. We as fans now, hey, we just gotta sit back and watch and let shit go how it go. So I'm definitely looking to see how this story unfolds. Now, before I dig into the next subject, I just want to put it out there. It's some real busters on this YouTube shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool or whatnot. I don't really trip on nothing because I come on, I do my thing, and I jump off at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck if I got one person in here or 100 people in here. I'm going to kick it and talk my boxing regardless. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I ain't going to do is be fake with nobody at the end of the day. So if you got issue with me, don't like my opinions, or I don't come to your lives enough so you feel some type of way, just do yourself a favor and stay away. Suck it easy. Your channel sucks anyway. Period. Period. At the end of the day. So I just wanted to put that out there. I wanted to speak on that. Now I done spoke on it. I ain't doing no more fake shit. Just that simple. So, anyways, we had an interesting weekend over the weekend. Interesting weekend. Usyk versus Du Bois. Was it a low blow? That's the question. Was the shot given to Usyk a low blow? It wasn't a low blow. That shot was legal. It was above the waistline. And the ref didn't even try to counter anything. Usyk really lost over the weekend. Daniel Dubois said he seen something in Usyk and he found it. But much like when Wilder knocked out Tyson Fury in both the first fight when he knocked him down and the third fight, the ref didn't even try to count or he counted slow. This was the same situation. Usyk really got knocked out by Daniel Dubois. But unfortunately, the politics of the sport and them wanting this big showdown between Fury and Usyk for undisputed is why Daniel Dubois was robbed over the weekend. Robbed. Not to take anything away from Usyk. Usyk is a fantastic boxer, hell of a heavyweight, one of the best. He's a technical boxer for a heavyweight. He really is. But he was knocked down. He was caught with a body shot that hurt him and dropped him to the ground. And the ref just treated it as if it was a low blow, but it wasn't. Du Bois was robbed, y'all. And I don't even know if he should try to attest that or whatever the case, but he was robbed. There was another fight on ESPN, believe on the Jared Anderson undercard. Nico Ali Walsh and Sana Akali. It was kind of a back and forth chess fight, but I thought Ali Walsh did enough to win the fight. Said they gave it to Akali. Doesn't make any sense. What fight were these judges looking at over the weekend? What fight was that referee? I got to get his name from that Usyk Du Bois fight. What was he looking at? Help me to understand this, man. He was robbed. Du Bois was robbed. Period. And that's okay. Because that's going to come back on Usyk in the long run. Trust me. That's how the universe works, baby. But he got the sport of politics backing him up because they see a big money fight with him and Tyson Fury, in which I got Tyson Fury completely obliterate. You fucking Jezebel. Andy Ruiz. Is he pricing himself out with this Deontay Wilder stuff? He's asking for $10 million to fight Deontay Wilder. I think that's a fair amount, you know, but I really don't like the fight. I want Wilder Joshua. And if Joshua shall beat Wilder, then we can get that third Andy Ruiz fight. I don't really care to see that fight. You know, I mean, I would watch it, you know, I would order it, you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't excite me more than Joshua Wilder. You know, I feel like Ruiz should go do something else real quick and then circle the block and come back. Especially if you're claiming you're not getting the money that you feel like you're worth for this fight. Then maybe you should just circle the block, come on back around. That's all. That's all he really got to do, y'all. And it's all good at that point. Straight up. It's all good at that point. There's a lot going on in the sport of boxing. And let me tell you, man, it's only going to get even better as time goes on, as the year goes on. We still got a whole damn near second half of the year to go. Right? We got a lot going on, man. Let's do this shit. Let's make these fights, baby. You feeling me? You feeling me? Let's make these fights, man. They definitely giving us what we want to see. I'm keeping it real. I'm loving it. But I want Wilder, AJ. Like I said, Ruiz can go circle around the block and we'll double back to him. That's all I'm saying, man. My boy Big Baby Jared Anderson supposedly calling out Frank Sanchez, another top heavyweight that's up and coming. I ain't ready for that fight yet either. I feel like that should sting for a while because that's a big fight that can happen later on down the line for the next generation of heavyweights. All that Jared Anderson might be retiring when he's 27. He's just waiting on his bro to get home. When his bro get home, he gonna be ready to knock some cats out in front of his bro. Trust me. Trust me, that young man trying to eat back-to-back fights like that in 56 days, I think. Man, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. At the end of the day. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. My time of the year. Good boxing, good football. Hoop back on in October. It's on and it's popping, man. This is Get Boxing Smoke. Period. Episode 01. Episode 2 will be Sunday, 7:05 p.m. Be here, be square. Right? We got a lot to talk about. We got some fights and stuff happening, I believe, this weekend. I'm going to look into it. We're going to discuss those. And we're going to continue to stay on the hottest topics in the boxing game right now. So make sure you tap in with your boy. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Right? And if you got a channel, comment on one of my live streams or any of my videos and put your link in it, and I will sub to you, and hey, we can go from there. I'm in the business of watching and helping each other grow, not knock each other down. There's a lot of busters on here that got channels that, you know, they just sellouts, real scumbags. We don't do business with them type of cats. Y'all be easy. I'll see y'all Sunday night.